China and the U.S. need to aggressively seek out opportunities where their national interests overlap to work together and to step back from the abyss. Trump nearly destroyed America, and he has a loyal band of aggrieved followers, either men of low education or people who should know better, who are drunk on money or power or both, who will continue to do his bidding. Thanks to Trump, it's unlikely that the U.S. will fully recover, as Trump's damage is so deep. Domestically, he set back the environment, race relations, education, and whatever you can think of in a way that will take years to overcome. And in international relations, he trashed China, Europe, NATO in a way that suggested he didn't know what he was doing or why he was doing it. Joe Biden can certainly try, and he may be able to undo some of the damage. But because the damage is so great, and because the Congress is so evenly divided, mirroring the country at large, it's unlikely that the important agenda items can be enacted, certainly in this time of emergency. One magnificent thing Biden will be able to do is to subdue the coronavirus. Sadly, if Trump had acted like China had, the situation would be more like China today. We would not have had more than 26 million cases and 500,000 deaths. The Biden people were, in fact, shocked that Trump had no plan at all, other than to lie in hopes of getting re-elected. The other related matter is that the U.S. economy is in a coma. Thousands of businesses close permanently every month. People lose jobs in record numbers, and there needs to be a Keynesian refloat of the economy. But the sad fact is that the Republicans, who were willing to spend vast sums of money to enrich the 1% for Trump, now are pinching pennies when it comes to helping the 99% who are the middle and working classes. New Secretary of State Antony Blinken said at his Senate confirmation hearing that Trump was right in taking a harder line against China, although he disagreed with Trump's way of doing it. He also said that China poses the most significant challenge of any nation to the U.S. in terms of U.S. interests. He did allow, however, that there are rising adversarial aspects of the relationship, competitive ones, and some cooperative ones when it's in our mutual interest. While he took a hard line against China, he saw room for Sino-U.S. cooperation, most likely in containing the COVID-19 pandemic, fighting climate change, and improving global economic mechanisms that are more than 7 decades old and in need of a makeover. China and the U.S. need to aggressively seek out opportunities where their national interests overlap to work together and to step back from the abyss. Why? Because countries that don't learn from the mistakes of history are bound to repeat them. Before Trump poisoned the water in the well, President Xi proposed to President Obama a new model of great power relations. Trump killed it, but before he did, Xi and Obama gave it a try, and it worked. The two of them provided the leadership to get the difficult Paris Climate Agreement negotiated and signed. Trump pulled out, but one of Biden's first acts was going back in. It's very clear that the multilateral institutions built upon the ashes of World War II, like the World Bank, the IMF, the WTO, are in need of a makeover to suit 21st century conditions and changes. New China never had a seat at the negotiating table, and at that time was a poor and backward country. Times have certainly changed and necessitate a re-examination. For me, President Xi Jinping's virtual speech to Davos 2021 vividly recalls memories of his keynote 4 years ago, the first for a Chinese president at Davos. The world has changed so profoundly since then, but one thing that remains as rock solid as the Great Wall is China's steadfast vision of a cooperative global endeavor to build a community of shared future for mankind. A future working together with an emphasis on win-win collaboration through the G20 and other multinational institutions. We also need to heed Mr. Xi's condemnation of the Cold War 2.0, winner-takes-all mentality that exists in some quarters, because going down that dark, dark road would likely lead us to the ultimate dead end.